Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel as Mike's Talks and Thoughts here. Back in with another video for you guys, and today I'm going to be doing a Better Call Saul Season 6 Part 1 recap here for you guys. And for any new viewers here on the channel, if you are Better Call Saul fans or TV fans here, definitely consider checking out some of my other videos and subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing below. It definitely helps me out a lot on my channel. So for the Better Call Saul recap here, there are two main plot lines that I want to follow here, and that is going to be the Howard plotline and the Cartel plotline. Starting off with the Howard storyline here, this is the Howard Hamlin elaborate con here for Jimmy and Kim in order to get Sandpiper to settle here. We see them do a whole bunch of elaborate cons here to ruin Howard's reputation so that when it gets to the big meeting, Howard's going to look like a fool here, and they are able to mess with the way that his colleagues think of him and basically have this whole elaborate plan here in place for Howard to fall on his face and for them to get the Sandpiper money that has been in talks since the first season here. And with that here, that is what happens for the majority of Season 6, Part 1 here with Howard. But now here, let's move into the Cartel side of the story. On the Cartel side of the story for this recap here, we see the end of Season 5 with the failed assassination on Lalo here, and we see, Lalo finally getting a body double to stage his assassination so he has more time and preparation to go after Gus. In the meantime, we see Nacho here, Nacho being on the run and fleeing from Lalo here, and we see eventually how Nacho has been running from the Cartel all at the start of this season within the first 3 episodes, but he eventually decides to give himself up to Gus because he knows he can't run forever, and he needs to protect his father. His father is ultimately the most important thing to Nacho here, and with going and giving himself up to Gus, he's able to secure his father's safety here. Nacho, when giving himself up to Gus, is able to be put out into the desert here with the Cartel and Gus meeting here, with Hector thinking that Gus is behind this, but Nacho staying his ground and going with the story that Gus tells him. But Nacho ends up going out on his own terms here. He doesn't let Gus take him out. He doesn't let the Cartel take him out. He goes out on his own terms like a badass. Following the whole conclusion of Nacho's storyline this season, we see Lalo going and digging up more dirt on Gus. We see Lalo going to Germany here, and in Germany he's able to find more information on the super lab and find information for the people who worked on it and interrogate them, and of course chopping off limbs here. And we basically just see Lalo's revenge plan here, Lalo's attack, Lalo going after Gus, and with Gus being with Hector here, he's able to pick up on the clue here that Hector knows that Lalo is still alive here, meaning that Gus is paranoid all season, thinking that Lalo is on the verge of attacking him. We see how Mike and all the other people are dealing with this, trying to keep Gus as safe as possible. But these two storylines eventually have a collision point at plan and execution here. In this episode, the mid-season finale, we see the culmination of Lalo coming and spying on Gus and planning his way of attack here, along with the big day for the con here on Howard at the mediation day at Hamlin McGill for the Sandpiper money. We see how earlier in the season Howard hires a PI and he ends up double-crossing him and is in on the scheme with Jimmy and Kim. And after all of Howard's embarrassment, he goes and confronts Jimmy and Kim at the end of the episode. We see his long monologue here of why he is being targeted and how he thinks he can go land back on his feet, and basically lecturing them about this entire con that they've been playing all season, and him figuring out the pieces and putting it all together. Meanwhile, I've mentioned that Lalo has been looking at his way to strike Gus, and with Hector here, he calls him and is able to sort of mislead Gus as Lalo, of course, has been searching down in the sewers at the super lab here, and he sees a cockroach and it reminds him of Jimmy and Kim. And now here, the famous point where the worlds collide. Howard, of course, giving his monologue like I've mentioned, and we see Lalo coming in, the shadow of Lalo, so menacing and so scary. Lalo here needs to talk to Jimmy and Kim and can't have any other witnesses or to know what's going on. And he ends up just killing Howard right there. It was an insane moment, one of the craziest moments in the Better Call Saul history. So yeah, that is going to do it here for the quick recap here. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a refresher of the big moments for this season as we move into Season 6, Part 2 here. I think it's going to be a great final 6 episodes here for Better Call Saul. I'm definitely going to be tuning in each and every week with my weekly reviews. All right, that's going to do it here. Take care, everyone, and peace out.